I am so excited to have my next guest join us. She just dropped her brand new EP, Hot Pot. Mikayla Geier.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
I hope I pronounced your last name properly.
No, that was perfect.
Okay, I should have asked you before we started
some
rolling
people
here.
don't, and you didn't. So.
What kind of last name is that?
It's actually German.
It is German.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know you have some German blood in you.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Do you speak German?
I don't. I wish I did though.
Oh, have you been to Germany?
I've been to the airport, kind of.
The airport?
Yeah.
So your dad is German, right?
Yes, my dad's German.
And did he grow up in Germany and then came to the States or Canada?
My Oma immigrated during, I think, World War II to Canada. And then, yeah, my dad is like first generation Canadian.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Amazing. Yeah. And then here you are, second generation and infusing some Chinese.
Yes.
Blood into
I'm half Chinese
the mix
as well. So.
Did they help to infuse some of the culture in part of your growing up?
Oh, totally. Honestly, I think I didn't fully appreciate it until I became older. Because, you know, going to my Oma's house and having Dampfnudel and like all these like traditional, I mean, she was an amazing cook. And then going, you know, my Chinese side, I'm like 5th gen Canadian born Chinese. Mm-hmm. So we have a huge family.
Wow.
So we do like huge dim sum, huge like banquet dinners. My Taipo was the oldest person in Canada for quite some time. And you know, her birthday was always crazy. Like everyone would fly out. So,
oh my God.
Yeah.
When you say oldest, like how old?
She passed when she was 114.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Was she like on the news? Like every year the morning shows would come, be like the oldest Canadian.
Well, my family's very like protective of her. So not really, but you know, in our family, I think just having such a strong kind of female figure to bring everyone together was such an amazing experience for me growing up, and even now I think we all just think very fondly of her.
That's amazing. I mean,
yeah.
It's very interesting how families have the matriarch
right?
kind of lead the way.
Yes,
and you
totally.
always hear about the patriarchy, right? Mm-hmm. But then there's always the other side of the coin, especially I think with a lot of Asian culture, the mothers, the women are the leaders of the family.
No, she led the charge for sure.
Did they also influence your love of ballet and infuse your discipline and learn about the arts and culture?
Yeah, honestly, I think it was my older sister, because my mom put her in ballet and I was obsessed with her. I wanted to be just like her. And you know, like the small crack underneath like a door when it's closed?
Yeah.
I was like 2 years old, like underneath the crack of the door, like pawing to go in.
How old was your sister?
She must have been like 4, because she's 2 years older.
2 years older.
Yeah. And
so you're the little 2-year-old.
Yeah, like literally just like, I want to like go in. So my mom put me in ballet, and then from there, I just fell in love with it.
And what about your sister? How long did her ballet career go?
She honestly danced for quite a bit, and she was more into contemporary by kind of like the end of her dance journey. But yeah, it was really cool to grow up in a dance household.
That's amazing. What was your aspiration? Were you going to be a professional ballerina?
Yes, that was the goal. For a very long time, that was like my life goal.
Who were your inspirations?
I loved like Natalia Osipova. She was like one of my favorite ballerinas. I think Misty Copeland has like done so much for the dance community. There's so I could keep going. There's like so many.
I can imagine, especially as a young person, to look up to those people. It's very inspiring. And then to take that discipline into music and being a musician and artist, a singer, and a songwriter and all those things. It has to be a little bit more of a mind shift in a way, because left brain, right brain, knowing a routine is one thing. And then coming up with lyrics, melodies, is just so open. There's no structure.
It's so interesting, because in ballet, I really think like you are the canvas that someone else is like painting on a lot of times. And as the artist, you're the paintbrush, and you really have to be behind everything. Yeah. Obviously, there are so many incredible collaborators that help, but it's really coming from you. And I think that's been just such an empowering experience for me. I love creating. I love many different creative pursuits that I get to do as an artist. So it's been honestly in a weird way, I was very sad when I didn't become a ballerina. That was really hard for me. It was a really hard identity shift. But I think looking back on it now, like this path makes so much sense for me and I'm having so much fun. So
I mean, it makes sense because there are so many dancers that have gone into music
yeah.
and done very well for themselves. We can go down a laundry list, but I'm very curious as to when that shift took place. Was there a particular musician, an artist, a singer, performer that kind of opened your eyes to say, man, I can infuse what I know now and I have these scribblings in a journal and
Yeah.
combine the two?
Honestly, I think it was more of, I just was in business school, to be honest, and I was struggling in business school.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I literally
Not
was
the
like,
bookworm.
oh my gosh, it's not as much with the schoolwork, and it was more just, I really have always had an artistic pursuit in my life up until that point, and I just felt really lost, and I just started, you know, I used to like do like little like fun like roasts on my ukulele, and then it kind of morphed into this like, oh, I'm writing songs, and then from there it was just step by step by step. It wasn't like one big moment of like, oh, I could do this. It was more just like, I think I want to do this, and let me try to figure out how to make that happen.
There's always a catalyst, and doing poorly in school or not being motivated, let's say.
Yeah, it was
I'm sure
the
you
first
were-
time I wasn't motivated in school, to be honest. Like I cared to a certain extent, but I was really struggling to, you know, when I was in high school, I cared so much. I would get like, you know, 100 on a test, but I wouldn't get the extra credit, and I would be like, no. And I think when I was in uni, I was just struggling to be like, why am I doing this? Like, what is this for? I don't know.
So then you would go to the dance studio and then just dance your heart out. You're like, oh.
Well, no, because in uni, I'd stopped dancing. So I was not dancing at all. And
Not even just for fun.
no, I was completely cold turkey not dancing for 3 years after.
How is that possible? It was in your blood for so
It
long.
was really hard. And I honestly think stopping dancing is what catalyzed me to move into music. I think I was used to being so obsessive with it and so perfectionist, and I think it took me taking a step back to learn how to approach dance in a healthy way.
That's a good thing because it's
Yeah.
mentally draining to compete.
It is.
And
It really
with your
is.
aspirations as well, to be professional and all that.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's self-induced.
It is, and I was never like competitive with other people per se. It was always like, I need to be better than I was yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. Well, how well did you do in ballet? Were you like top tier? Were you?
I mean, I definitely had the opportunity to go professional if I wanted to, but it was just at the point where I like was deep in an eating disorder. Like I was mentally not doing very well, and I just needed to take a step back, and I'm really happy that I did. And it's so cool that like I get to sit here now and be like, wow, because I did that, now I'm here. So
Yeah.
it's pretty sick.
No, I think it's fantastic that you're bringing up all this, and you've done it online as well.
Yeah.
In terms of the self-image and the expectations that are imposed by society, as well as your own personal pressures to look good, be trim, and so forth for ballet, or just in general in society. So it's very brave of you, and hats off to you for that. I think you're
thank you.
doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, it's been really empowering. I think coming from a dance background where, the dance community at times can be tough in that way. And I think just being able to like grow as a human, and now I'm just like so comfortable with myself. And I think it's so cool to be in the position now where I get to like hopefully make other people feel comfortable in themselves as well. So
Yeah.
it's really cool.
No, it's fantastic. I really love it. I admire you for that.
Thank you.
And especially doing this shift into music. In terms of music, the Sonics are just so much fun, which we'll talk about,
very fun.
especially on the latest EP. But what were you listening to? I mean, I'm sure you weren't just listening to classical music and twirling around in your room. I'm sure Jonas Brothers or some other non-ballet type of artists are.
I was quite like in the thick of it,
You
to
are?
be honest. When I was growing up, I did listen to a lot of Regina Spektor.
Oh.
But I wasn't honestly super, I felt very, honestly now when I look back, I'm like, oh, I was like really sheltered. But when I went to uni and just started to experience other things, I feel like I got to get exposed to kind of more like popular culture.
Well, the perception, right? Is like,
Yeah.
oh, Mikayla, ballerina. Oh, must be into all these.
Yeah. No, I fear maybe I do like fit the stereotype.
Who was your first concert?
Oh my gosh, that's such a great question. I actually don't even know.
Really?
I remember, I didn't go to again, I went to like the ballet, I went to like the theater, but I didn't grow up going to concerts in this weird way. So honestly, I think my first concert might have been like a Ravina concert.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like last year.
Not last year. It was like a while ago, but yeah, it was like, I just didn't grow up with that. So it's been very cool to kind of like,
Wow. So now you're kind of catching up.
no, literally, I feel like I am.
Yeah, which is a good thing, and you're not too influenced by what you might have listened to growing up and biting off of someone else's style or genre or technique and things like that.
Yeah, it's been really fun to just kind of have to, I don't know, just figure out what feels right to me. And I think on this new project, we spent a lot of time figuring that out, and I'm really excited about it. Just feels very me.
You approached this EP with a sense of fun, like you mentioned,
Totally.
and you also, I read somewhere, the voguing came into play,
Yes.
where you really just wanted to let loose and so forth. I mean, obviously this EP is very intentional in that sense.
Yes, no, I think, coming into this as a dancer, and I always say, like, as I've evolved as a dancer, my music has evolved with me. So my first project is very ballet because that's kind of what I knew at the time. But when I moved to LA, I started dancing in heels a lot. And that really changed my relationship with dance too. And I kind of found this new confidence, and it was really awesome. And I went to a voguing class actually after we had written Dirty Shirley. And I just remember I went to that voguing class and I was like, oh, we gotta add a voguing crash in Dirty Shirley. I went to the studio the next day. So that's kind of where a bit of that influence comes in. It's just I went to a class and I fell in love with it. I just thought, wow. And Vogue is such an incredible kind of like, it came from, an underground community, a very like queer community, and it's such a beautiful style with so much history. So
That's got to be so much fun to explore various styles of dance and music at the same time.
Totally.
Because of the fact that, again, you were kind of narrow focused
Totally,
for so
yeah.
long, right? And now you're kind of getting really exposed to so much. And you're like, I want to try this, I'm trying
No,
that.
literally, that's me.
And what about the singing too? Because that also came later.
Yeah, honestly, it's not like, how some people grow up and they're like the singer in the class, or, I didn't grow up singing at all, honestly. And I just kind of was like, oh, I guess I can sing, I don't know. And then after my first project, I knew I was really wanting to tour. So I started doing a lot of vocal lessons. And yeah, I mean, I've just kind of continued on that journey, and I guess it's just been something that has been really fun to develop and find different like colors and flavors in my voice and learning how to use them.
Well, clearly you're using your voice in the proper way because it fits the style of music.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
not like you're trying to be Mariah Carey or
No.
Ariana Grande, hitting the high notes and so forth, or growl or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is your second EP.
Yes.
You had the previous one, which was more focused on the ballet
Totally.
side of things and softer side,
Yes.
per se. And now, definitely opening up here. And like I mentioned earlier, fun.
Yes, I love that you're saying that, because I literally would go in and be like, we're making a fun project. We're writing fun songs. So
Was this easy to do? It feels like it might have been just a lot of in the moment, especially like Pearl of Glue, my favorite song
Oh,
on the
thank
entire EP.
that makes me so happy. We worked so hard
All
on
right.
it. We worked
Well, here are your
so
flowers.
hard on it.
Please tell me how hard you worked on it and what was the process in putting that together, because, like I said, ATF, all-time fave.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite thing to talk about. I'm
All
so
right.
excited. Pearl of Glue, we wrote in a cabin because during the fires, I evacuated and we were in this cabin in Idlewild. So we didn't have all of like the normal gear. And while we were driving to Idlewild, I was playing classical music. I'm really like living up to
You
this
really are,
stereotype
yeah.
right now. And as we were driving there, the producer, Rob, was kind of like, okay, I'm really tired. Like, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to change it up. I'm kind of like falling asleep. And I was like, oh no, let me put you on. And I was playing Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin. And we both were like, wow, this is amazing. And we ended up interpolating the like melody in Rhapsody in Blue. So if you know the like the ba 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 ba, that's where that bluesy feeling kind of comes from in Pearl of Glue. And even to just get the first day demo took us 3 days because it changes like key. Like it's just kind of a very musically complex song, and it took a long time to figure out what was right for it. We reproduced it so many times. I literally like wrote the bridge in the middle of the night. I literally woke up from sleep. I like wrote the bridge and then felt like a
No way. Wow.
Yeah. It was just a very like stream of consciousness kind of song that poured out, and finishing the production was so hard because there are so many layers. There is so much going on. We sent it to the mixer, and the mixer was like, yeah, it really sounds like you guys just had a lot of fun with this.
Maybe that's why I like it, because of the intricacy. And every time I listen to it,
You'll
it's
hear
always
something
something
new.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, there's a little indie alternative type of
There
vibe to
is,
it all as
yeah.
well. Obviously, there's so much fun. I think that's the main theme of this EP. And you are very well known online for the promotion of all these songs. And past songs as well, and sharing your life and all those things. And Paris, that video is just so well put together.
Thank you.
Are you a video editor secretly on the side, or are you just a master of CapCut or Final Cut, or what is it?
I did used to edit, but I did not edit Paris. Josh, who I work with, who's incredible and has just been a really big part of this journey with me. It's been so fun to kind of build a visual language together that accompanies the music. And, you know, we work really hard on the visuals. And Paris, the short film and the music video, was just me and Josh. We went to Paris with no plan. No plan. We didn't even know we were shooting a music video. Like, I think originally, I can't remember what we thought we were doing. I thought we were just doing like vertical stuff, and then my manager on the flight there was like, oh, why don't you do a music video? Like, okay.
So you were just kind of on the plane and going to film some social media content.
Yeah, or just we weren't really sure yet. And then we're like, okay, I guess we're doing a music video. And then, you know, we kind of would just shoot something, throw it in the edit, and then I'd be like, okay, I like had my arms up in this shot. The shot before it, we're gonna also put my arms up so it like cuts seamlessly. It was so on the fly. It was really tiring. We were like, you can see like the bags. We were not sleeping. It was intense, but yeah, we just kind of made it happen.
That's amazing. And so many people obviously love it and inspired you to do more. Mm-hmm. So I imagine that there will be some amazing videos that will accompany Pearl of Glue and all these other songs.
Yeah, hopefully, we'll see.
Live interpretation is always a different thing. Mm-hmm. We're literally doing this before your very first show in Los Angeles, or ever, really, proper show.
My first real show, yeah.
What did you envision in your bedroom?
Oh my gosh, I envisioned everything. I think I wanted a show that would feel like a big show in a small room. And I'm just like so grateful that people are coming out to see me. And I just wanted to give them the best experience possible. So you can expect a lot of dancing, a lot of singing, a lot of fun bits.
Bits.
Oh, they're bits.
Oh, she's telling jokes.
Oh, not necessarily, but there's like a little bit. You'll see.
Okay, all right.
We may or may not have a giant fortune cookie.
All right. Mm-hmm. I look forward to that.
Yep. And I think I just wanted to, again, create an environment that would be fun for people. I hope that people make friends at the shows. I really just want people to have a good time. And I hope that by me having a good time up there, they will also have a good time.
Do you expect a lot of people that are in ballet, ballerinas to be in the audience as well?
Honestly, I do kind of find dancers tend to gravitate, so hopefully we'll see.
This is a small venue, of course, but what you're envisioning definitely speaks to a grander stage, a larger type of production, I feel.
Yeah, I think It's
Do you envision that in the future?
Yeah, I'm gonna be opening for Marina on tour in the UK, which will be a lot bigger venues than this. So I think it's gonna be really fun to adapt the show for that.
How much does Marina mean to you?
Oh my God, I wrote it in my manifestation journal. I will open for Marina, and then it happened. So
Wow. And now to have a bigger stage, I'm sure this fortune cookie will be even bigger.
I guess I'm gonna have to like come out of a fortune cookie. Like,
Yes.
I don't know. We were trying to do that. We're like, it's not in the budget.
Well, once you get on this tour, perhaps that'll change.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
That's amazing. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. Oh my
And I'm
gosh.
so grateful that you said yes to this. And
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. This is
wonderful
awesome.
to meet you. And
You
I
too,
really
Pete.
look forward to the show. Best of luck with everything. Continued success.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm really excited for you to be here tonight, and
Yes.
it's gonna be great.
Amazing. It's Mikayla Geier right here on B-Sides.